Help replenish our local food banks to be ready when needs arise with the WHKY Turkey Drop. Brought to you in part by SureTape.
Good evening and welcome into the WHKY News for Tuesday, November 12th. I'm Ralph Mangum. Look for the WHKY News on over-the-air TV every weekday on channel 14.2 at WHKY.com or on our YouTube channel. In our top stories, WHKY's Rob Eastwood spoke with Morganton Mayor Ronnie Thompson about his city's continuing recovery from Hurricane Helene.
How are things going? We spoke, I guess it was a few weeks ago at the station. Tell us how you've been progressing here in Morganton in terms of your recovery efforts, because I think that Morganton was one of those places that went under the radar, but you had a lot of damage here.
Had a lot of damage. FEMA is still collecting the vegetation, trees that are down. Our power situation is up. Our water and sewer obviously is back in operation working, and we are just trying to hopefully each day get better. Our recreation department, we think, will be back in swing at least by spring or summer, which we have a tremendous recreation program here with Little League ball, soccer, and we're hoping all that will be back in place by spring.
Yeah, Morganton, a lot of your athletic fields really took a beating, didn't they?
They all took a field, all our fields, our greenway, which everybody loves to be on. Hopefully that will be repaired, at least the decking around the shopping center will be repaired. So we're ready to get open and have people come back to Morganton.
As far as the greenway, let's talk about that. The Catawba River Greenway, I guess it stretches about 4.5 miles. Is there any access to it at this point in time, or are you still waiting to open it up?
We're asking people to stay off because it is dangerous right now. And so the trees that aren't down may be in a position to come down with just a little wind. So we're asking people, we want to be sure it's safe before we open it up.
How about the residents of Morganton? I know that I was talking to folks in Caldwell County earlier, and they said that there's still some folks that are really struggling trying to find a place to go. Do you have that situation in Morganton as well?
We have some situation. I'm real pleased with the efforts that people have come from other parts of the state. Last Saturday, they built 30 houses, small houses to take up in the mountains. Today, they're actually building 30 more houses. It'll have a generator, a small refrigerator, bunk beds in it. It'll be a place for people to at least have temporary shelter.
Thank you for taking a few minutes to join us, and we really appreciate all you've done for us in terms of keeping us informed.
Thank you for all you do for the citizens of the Unifor. Thank you.
Ronnie Thompson, the mayor of Morganton, big event, a Friday event here at the Foothills Higher Education Center in Morganton as the Helene recovery efforts continue. And with Ronnie Thompson, I'm Rob Eastwood for WHKY.
Thank you, Rob, and thanks to Mayor Ronnie Thompson for taking time out to chat with us. A longer version of that conversation is posted on our YouTube channel. WHKY's Arianna Mack has news from FEMA spokesperson Nate Custer.
Joining WHKY, Nate Custer, FEMA Media Relations Specialist, with an update on the closure of the Disaster Recovery Center in Conover on November 12th.
The Disaster Recovery Center in Conover, Catawba County at the fire station, is going to close because we feel, in conjunction with the state and the local officials, that the people who wanted to come in and needed to get some one-on-one help and get questions answered at that facility have been taken care of. Catawba County, relatively speaking, has had a limited amount of damage when you compare that with what has happened in many of these other western North Carolina counties. So the Disaster Recovery Center is going to close, but that doesn't limit the capability of people to go to another disaster recovery center. We have one in Morganton, which is at 2128 South Sterling Street. It's at that large community or education center on South Sterling Street in Morganton. And like all the disaster recovery centers, those that continue open, and that's more than 20, are open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you can go to a disaster recovery center in any county. It does not have to be the one in your home county.
He also included an update on the deadline to apply for Helene assistance.
The deadline had been November 27th, which is less than 3 weeks away. Over the weekend, we decided that people needed more time to register with FEMA. You can register by going online as the quickest way to do that. is to go to disasterassistance.gov or go to our helpline, which is 800-621-3362. It may be a little difficult to get in on that line because there's been an awful lot of people registering. I can say that we have approved well over $220 million for people in North Carolina. That's money that is already in their hands. And over 130,000 households and individuals have received the FEMA assistance. We've had registration of over 250,000 people, and that is an ongoing process, and people can still register. We'd rather have you do it sooner rather than later, but we're leaving the door open, and we've extended that registration deadline from November 27th until January 7th.
For more information, visit disasterassistance.gov. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Arianna, and thanks again to Nate Custer for his time. Burke County officials are urging all residents who have experienced damage to private roads or bridges as a result of Tropical Storm Helene to report those details by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, November 13th. The county has been given a deadline by FEMA to submit damage reports. Residents should ensure that all information provided is complete and accurate. Residents should provide specific details, including the location of the damage, photographs if available, and the extent of the damage. The county will compile a comprehensive damage report to secure potential assistance and resources from FEMA. A link is posted at WHKY.com to submit information before the November 13th deadline. For more information, contact Public Information Officer Chris White, 828-796-4732. In today's crime report, some drug arrest in Lincoln County, and a fugitive from Tennessee is arrested in Catawba County. In local sports today, it's all about LR, including details on how the Bears can make the playoffs. In Community Focus, Arianna speaks with a local author who has just published a new book. Mostly sunny with a high in the upper 60s today, sunny and in the upper 50s tomorrow, and then rain is likely on Thursday with a high only in the upper 40s. After that, we are expecting sunny skies and highs in the 60s with some chilly nights throughout the week. You can always find the latest forecast at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. This is the WHKY News.